Meghan left Camilla very upset. Domestic and sexual violence breaking pledge not to overshadow. Meghan Markle left Camilla very upset after breaking pledge not to overshadow her. Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, was said to have enjoyed a warm relationship with Meghan, but relations apparently took a turn for the worse after a clash of engagements. The Duchess of Cornwall has long been an advocate of preventing domestic and sexual violence. It is a cause she has long championed and has vowed to break the stigma surrounding the issue. And in 2020, she gave a speech on the issue to mark the 10th anniversary of the Women of the World Festival in London, which had been nearly a year in the planning. However, she was reported to have been left very upset after photos of Meghan Markle were released as she gave the landmark speech. Meghan was said to have broken a pledge not to overshadow Camilla's campaign by having the pictures of her private visit to the National Theatre be published the same day. One well-placed insider said at the time, "Camilla's work is very important to her, and her decision to highlight the scourge of domestic violence at the 10th anniversary of Women of the World was a carefully thought-out plan. Over the last 4 years, she has worked tirelessly, mostly behind the scenes but to great effect, to use her platform and personal experiences to highlight the issue and help sufferers." Of course, it was known Harry and Meghan would be doing engagements this week, some privately, but everyone was in agreement that Camilla's speech should take precedence. Unfortunately, some people had other ideas. The move came in the final weeks of Meghan and husband Prince Harry's lives as working members of the royal family. Since then, they've quit the UK and carved out new lives for themselves and their children Archie and Lilibet in California. Meanwhile, earlier this week, Camilla said it will be a great honor to become Queen Consort and believes the position will help her to further highlight the causes she supports. The Queen used her Platinum Jubilee message, where she celebrated marking 70 years on the throne, to declare it is her sincere wish that Camilla takes the title when, in the fullness of time, her son Charles becomes king. Discussing her work with victims of domestic violence, Camilla, 74, said she would not give up mid-channel, saying she hopes to continue doing it for a lifetime. During the interview with presenter Emma Barnett, she called for more action to tackle violence against women, saying, "We do need to help culture change. And I think we have to start at the beginning. I think children at school have got to be taught respect." Harry given insufficient information over security decision, court hears. The Duke of Sussex received insufficient information over a decision to change his taxpayer-funded police protection when he is in the UK, the High Court has heard. Harry is bringing a legal challenge against the Home Office after being told he would no longer be given the same degree of personal protective security when visiting from the US, despite offering to pay for it himself. The Duke wants to bring his children to visit from across the Atlantic, but does not feel safe when visiting under the current security arrangements, the court was previously told. On Friday, the first hearing in the case continued at the Royal Courts of Justice in London, at which Harry was not present. The preliminary proceedings, which were largely held in private, related to an application by the Duke and the Home Office for some parts of court documents in the case to be kept private. During an initial public part of Friday's hearing, the judge, Mr. Justice Swift, summarized the 4 grounds forming the basis of the Duke's legal challenge. He said these included an alleged over-rigid application of the policy and a failure to take into account relevant considerations. The grounds also claim that conclusions reached were unreasonable and that insufficient information was provided in relation to the Ravec policy and those involved in the Ravec decision, the judge said. During the hearing, Shahid Fatima QC, representing the Duke, provided the judge with 2 letters on the membership of Ravec. She told court that we've been asking about the membership,